The cameras flashed, the crowd froze. And just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession. Welcome to Starscope Report.
Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
Today's deep dive is all about the massive headline, Met Gala 2026 exposed what no one knew. We're unpacking a massive stack of sources on this year's costume art theme.
Yeah, and it is fundamentally changing how the museum world operates. We've got news, fashion, and art sources to get through today.
Exactly. I mean, picture walking up the iconic Met steps, right? Usually you go inside and you're staring at these 5,000-year-old marble statues that haven't taken a breath in millennia.
Right, like just completely static.
But on May 4th, the art isn't just hanging on the walls. It is breathing, sweating, and walking right past you. Especially with, Beyoncé returning as co-chair after a 10-year hiatus.
Oh, wow, 10 years. That brings such an electric, almost royal energy to the night. It's like a priceless masterpiece finally leaving the vault.
It really is. And that massive spotlight actually perfectly matches what the museum is doing physically. They are moving the exhibition into the new 12,000 square foot Condé M Nast Galleries.
Which is a huge deal. Historically, fashion exhibits at the Met were sort of tucked away downstairs in the basement.
Basically treated like applied art, not fine art.
Exactly. But by moving this collection right off the Great Hall, like the literal epicenter of the museum, curator Andrew Bolton is forcing a psychological shift. You walk in and you see 200 garments paired directly with 200 historical artworks.
So you're looking at like a 1920s Fortuny gown, this incredibly delicate, shimmering silk standing right shoulder to shoulder with an ancient Greek marble column.
Yeah, and it just rewires how your brain categorizes the clothing. It proves that this silk dress carries the exact same cultural gravity as traditional sculpture.
Right. If we accept that the clothing is fine art, then the human body is its canvas. But let's be real, fashion has historically used mannequins that are basically mass-produced, identical blank slates.
Just an endless sea of idealized size 2s.
Exactly. But wait till you hear what came next, because they completely threw out those standard mannequins.
They did. They actually used 3D scanners to capture the bodies of real, diverse people. The curators are intentionally filling the room with aging bodies, pregnant forms, people with disabilities. The forms art history usually crops out.
And that leads to some incredible pairings. The section featuring Amy Mullins completely blew my mind.
Oh, the Paralympian, right.
Yes. Her custom mannequin is wearing these intricate Alexander McQueen boots that double as her actual prosthetic limbs. And they placed her right next to a 1965 sculpture of an amputee.
Wow, that is a literal conversation across decades. And another pairing takes that even further into our internal biology. They feature a coat designed using the geometric patterns of Alzheimer's brain scans.
Wait, really? A brain scan?
Yeah, and it sits right next to a lithograph by Willem de Kooning.
Oh, because de Kooning actually lived with Alzheimer's, right? That is brilliant.
It is. You are seeing the internal reality of a disease translated into high fashion, paired with the external art of someone who experienced it.
That is absolutely wild. If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed, because we've got even crazier stories ahead. And that brings us to the shocking twist nobody saw coming.
The price tag.
The price tag. The irony here is blinding. I mean, we have an exhibit entirely dedicated to democratizing the human body, right? Yet getting into the room costs $100,000 for a single ticket.
And a table is $350,000.
Right. How does anyone justify that massive disconnect?
Well, it's the ultimate paradox of these massive cultural institutions. The reality is, curating an exhibit this technologically complex is incredibly expensive. Last year, the gala raised over $31 million.
Which is the literal lifeblood of the Costume Institute.
Exactly. It pays for the 3D scanning, the garment preservation, the new galleries. But pushing the boundaries of inclusivity is currently being bankrolled by the most exclusive tier of society.
And that relies on a level of wealth that has completely fractured the public reaction. According to Variety, the lead sponsors this year are Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez Bezos.
Which is sparking major backlash. Activists are protesting the extreme wealth concentration.
Yeah, and TMZ reports that New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani is publicly boycotting the event entirely. And, we are just reporting what's out there, not taking sides, but The tension is definitely uncomfortable.
Oh, for sure. It's a lot to process. But, even if you aren't walking the Met steps in custom McQueen prosthetics,
Right.
you are curating your own personal exhibit every morning.
That is so true. The clothes you throw on to go to the grocery store, they are a wearable, living dialogue between the fabric and your specific body.
Every outfit is a living expression of your identity.
Which leaves a lingering question for you to mull over. If designers are now turning internal anatomy and medical brain scans into modern couture, will the future of fashion become less about covering our bodies and more about wearing our literal biology on our sleeves?
That is a wild thought to end on.
It really is. You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.